Hello and welcome to News at 2 right here on Ogun State Television. I'm Moses or Jewumi. You can watch us live on Facebook at OGTV and Ogun State Television, YouTube at OGTV Abeokuta, and on OGTV website at www.ogtv.com.ng/live. For the latest news and reports, check us on these platforms: X at Ogun TV, Instagram at Ogun State Television, or download OGTV app on Apple Store and Google Play Store. The governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun, has emphasized that his administration is bringing more lasting legacy interventions to schools as part of the measures to continuously enhance academic activities. Speaking on behalf of the governor during the monitoring of 2025-2026 third-term school resumption across all regions, the Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Professor Abayomi Arigbabu, said the infrastructural technology project embarked upon was to fortify the knowledge of the learners in their promotion examinations. Professor Arigbabu intimated that Prince Abiodun, in his interest to turn around all schools before the expiration of his administration, had ordered the need assessment of all public schools, both primary and secondary, to know how to adequately cater for them. Commissioner Arigbabu disclosed that the provision of infrastructure and supply of amenities is not limited to the conventional schools alone, but cut across other segments to include the 5 special needs schools and 8 government technical colleges in the states.
I've been to Ijebu, I've been to Remo, I've been to Egba, and now in Yewa. Intention is to have first-hand information about resumption in schools. In all the schools, we see that they have conducted their welcome test. And that says something, that schools have started, work has started. So those at home will definitely know that there is no time to play.
Appreciating the Commissioner for the visits and assessment tour, some of the principals of the schools visited testified that the renovation and supplies of apparatus to laboratories has influenced their learners' developed interest to study sciences, unlike before. Schools visited were Our Lady of Apostles Secondary School, Ijebu-Ode, School for Children with Special Needs, Ijebu-Ode, Ahmadiyya High School, Agoiwe, Christ Apostolic Grammar School, Iperu, Orile Igbore Grammar School, Adura, St. Peter's College, Olumori, a unique comprehensive high school, Iboro, Oluwasho High School, Imashai Yewa College, Ilaro, and School for Children with Special Needs, Ilaro. Still on education, the Ogun State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB, has commenced a statewide monitoring exercise across public primary schools to ensure full compliance with academic standards for the third term. The board's permanent member 3, Abiodun Ajayi, urged head teachers and staff to cooperate with officials to maintain the integrity of the resumption process. Inkem Ago reports.
The monitoring exercise assesses teacher punctuality, student attendance, and the general preparedness of schools for the new term. Board officials are currently active across all 20 local government areas to evaluate learning environments and the condition of school infrastructure. This initiative reinforces discipline among staff and pupils to ensure academic activities begin without delay.
From what we have seen so far, I can tell you that the teachers, the learners, they are fully prepared, although they don't really come out in their numbers, being the first day of the resumption. Hopefully during the course of the week, the number will move a little bit higher.
The board reminds teachers and administrators that total cooperation with monitoring officers is essential for a productive academic session. In response, head teachers and staff express appreciation to the board's support and commit to improving educational delivery in their respective schools. In Kem Agu, OGTV News.
The federal government has invited the leadership of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities and the Non-Academic Staff Union of Universities and Allied Institutions to a meeting on Wednesday, April 29, 2026, in a bid to avert the looming strike by the 2 university-based unions. The strike threats follow the ongoing roll on the proposed 30% pay rise for the unions, announced by the Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa. Recalled that Alausa, in a letter addressed to the National Universities Commission, National Commission for Colleges of Education, and National Board for Technical Education, announced a 30% pay rise in salaries of non-academics in federal government-controlled universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education. The Joint Action Committee of SANUN and the NASU demanded that the government withdraw the controversial letter allegedly approving the 30% salary increase or risk a nationwide shutdown of public universities. To tackle Nigeria's worsening jet fuel shortage and price surge, the federal government has asked marketers to grant airline operators a 30-day credit window and sell aviation fuel directly to them. The development is sequel to a series of high-level engagements conveyed by the Nigerian mainstream and downstream petroleum regulatory authorities following an earlier meeting called by the Minister of Aviation and Airspace Management on April 22nd to 23rd, 2026. This session brought together representatives from the Ministries of Aviation and Petroleum Resources, as well as major aviation agencies, including the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, Nigerian Airspace Management Agency, Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, airline operators, and aviation fuel marketers. According to a copy of the executive summary of the meeting, the stakeholders called for urgent regulatory intervention to stabilize prices, urging the authority to engage relevant bodies to review pricing components linked to international benchmarks. Financial experts and key stakeholders have expressed optimism over Nigeria's restructured tax system, as a review of first quarter performance indicates notable revenue gains and improved fiscal outcomes. The assessments, which are focused on the impact of recent tax reforms, reveal growing confidence in the system's ability to strengthen government earnings and enhance economic stability. Oladioloye spoke with tax experts who shared their views on the first quarter performance of the tax reforms. I report.
Nigeria's tax restructuring is part of ongoing effort to reduce reliance on oil revenue and strengthen internally generated income. Historically, the country has faced challenges such as low compliance, a large informal sector, and inefficiency in tax collection. The reform, driven by the National Revenue Service, is designed to expand the tax net, digitize collection processes, and curb revenue leakages across the country. Key components of the restructuring include the digitization of tax collection, harmonization of tax policies, and strengthened enforcement strategies targeting non-compliant individuals and corporate entities. Economic experts say the initiative is already making an impact, particularly in boosting non-oil revenue and enhancing transparency in tax administration.
I think recently, some days ago, the Nigerian Revenue Service confirmed that they now generate over 3 trillion on a monthly basis, compared to when they used to generate, I think it's about 711 billion in May 2023. So in terms of government revenue generation, it has increased significantly. So we have a situation whereby we are generating more income, more revenue, but capital component of the budget is not being funded. So I think that, and we should not focus on federal government alone, we should also be talking to our state government. And what are they doing with the money? They need to identify what I call a key project that has impact on the general well-being of the citizen. Project like, what are we doing on power? What are we doing on quality road construction?
Analysts also note that small and medium enterprises are gradually adjusting to the new system, although concerns remain about policy clarity and multiple taxation across different levels of government.
When government at federal, state, and local level, when they generate and they share money at the federal account allocation committee on a monthly basis, they should also give accounts on how this money is being shared. So if you give people information on how you are spending it, and you give them opportunity to offer that, what do you think we should do? What are we doing that is not good? How can we do? If you do what we call citizen involvement, I think it will naturally increase the level of tax compliance.
Experts say early data from the first quarter indicate a driven rise in revenue inflows, driven by improved monitoring and reduced human interference.
So I am sure that if we look at the rollout of the new taxation regime, evidently, if I look at my own tax this year, I know that I've been paying more taxes than I was paying last year. So definitely government has been making more money from taxation. But we will believe those figures is what I don't know. And we will be able to see any meaningful development coming from there is another issue.
It's the first quarter of the year that I've just gone through. And don't forget that there are some intervening variables that have crept in. We didn't anticipate that there was going to be U.S., Iran, Israel-Iran conflict that has distorted the economy, globally. So let's wait for maturation time so that at the end of the day we can look at what the situation was before and after. And that's also where we have taken away the external intervention that has also disrupted our local economy.
Stakeholders, however, have called for sustained public awareness, taxpayer education, and capacity building for tax officials to consolidate the gain recorded so far. As Nigeria continues to reform its fiscal policies, experts agree that a more efficient, transparent, and inclusive tax system remains critical to achieving long-term economic stability and national development. Olaide Oloye Soluade, OGTV News.
The Nigerians in Diaspora Commission NIDCOM has received another rescued Nigerian, a victim of human trafficking and labor exploitation, Mrs. Busola Victoria Alali, who returned to the country from Cairo on Wednesday, April 22nd, 2026. Alali, a 41-year-old indigenous of Ogun State, was received at the airport in Lagos by the head of Lagos office, Mr. Dipo Odebowale, on behalf of Chairman, CEO of NIDCOM, Honorable Abike Dabiri Erewa. Speaking upon her arrival, Alali recounted her ordeal, describing the inhumane conditions she endured while working as domestic staff in Cairo. According to her, she was subjected to excessive working hours, often starting work at 9 a.m. and continuing until 4 a.m. the following day without rest, moving between multiple employers within a single day. She said the agent who trafficked her collect all her earnings. She explained that prior to her trip, she operated a small frozen food business, which collapsed, prompting a decision to seek opportunities abroad. She, however, expressed deep regrets over her decision to travel, noting that the promises of a better life turned out to be deceptive. Alali advised Nigerian youths, particularly young women, to be wary of offers of lucrative jobs abroad, especially domestic work opportunities in some foreign countries, which may expose them to exploitation and abuse. The Nigerian Labour Congress, Ogun State Council, has honored outstanding workers and union leaders at its Will Award ceremony held at the NLC Secretariat in Leme. The recognition underscored the role of dedication and excellence in strengthening the labor movement and promoting productivity across the state. Testimony, Komalafe reports.
The Ogun State Council of the Nigeria Labour Congress holds its Will Award ceremony as the NLC Secretariat in Leme, drawing labor leaders, dignitaries, and workers from across the state. The event began with an opening address by the NLC chairman, who emphasizes the need to celebrate commitment, hard work, and excellence among workers.
We recognize and appreciate individuals who have added value to the growth and development of the Congress. Such contribution may come in form of project donation, funding of ongoing initiative, or financing support aimed at strengthening our collective capacity to advance the welfare of workers and society at large.
This was followed by the reading of citations, highlighting the achievements and contributions of the award recipients before the presentation of awards.
Funding public service related to
Responding to the honor, some of the awardees expressed appreciation to the Nigeria Labour Congress, describing the recognition as a source of motivation to remain diligent and committed to their responsibilities.
I sincerely thank the NLC chairman for deeming it fit to really recognize us. I never knew. I was also a labor leader when I was in service. We never knew that all those efforts that we put into labor then, could come one day and we shall be recognized like this.
I'm so happy. I think I would say today is my happiest day. Almighty God will really tell us and their workers.
The ceremony rounds up with a group photograph capturing memorable moments shared among participants. Testimony Komlafe, OGTV.
Otumba Muraino Olatunji Banjoko, popularly known as Trico, has declared his intention to run for the Senate representing Ogun Central District. Otumba Banjoko, a philanthropist and accomplished industrialist, hails from Akute, Ajuwo, Ward 6 in the Ifo local government area. Details are presented in this report.
With the 2027 general elections in view and the political atmosphere in Ogun State gaining momentum, aspirants are beginning to declare their intentions for various political positions. Otumba Muraino Olatunji Banjoko, popularly called Frico, has officially joined the race for the Ogun Central senatorial seat under the flagship of the All Progressives Congress, APC. The declaration event held in Akute attracted party loyalists from Akute Ajuwo Ward 6, as well as supporters from other wards across Ifo local government area. Party leaders and supporters described Otumba Banjoko as a man of the people, noting that his philanthropy, humility, and accessibility have earned him widespread support, making this an opportune time for him to venture into representational politics.
Well, we appreciate him. He's done a lot for the ward. He's done a lot in the local government. He's much welcome.
Before we did see something like that. We see a councillor, chairman, but this one is a good thing for us. Seeing him coming out.
By the grace of God, Alhaji Muraino, by 2027 will be next senator in Ogun Central.
God has done it for us in Akuta Ajuwo. He's our man, our father, our godfather, and God has done it. So we appreciate him.
He's the man of the people. All the community loves him. So, and he has been assisting all the politicians since. This is the first time he's aspiring. So this is his own turn.
While seeking the support of constituents ahead of the 2027 general election, Otumba Muraino Banjoko outlined his key priorities, including empowerment for women and youth, infrastructural development, and renewed investment in agriculture.
Almost 100 years century, no senator from this area. I'm the one I'm coming out now as senator from Ifo local government. And I'm begging all the leaders, they should give me this opportunity to represent Ifo as a senator, by God's grace.
Earlier, there was a consultation meeting with the Ajuwo Akute Ward 6 executives. Otumba Muraino Olatunji Banjoko from Ifo 2 State constituency, also known as Frico, has over the years distinguished himself as a man of the people, using his resources and influence to uplift the downtrodden and champion the cause of the less privileged.
The Akiale community in Abeokuta, Ogun State, witnessed a significant traditional event with the installation of Olale Kongbenga Osho as Are Bobagunwa and Mudupe Osho as the Yeye Bobagunwa, a move aimed at strengthening leadership and accelerating grassroots development. At the ceremony, the newly installed chiefs promised to work in unity with the traditional ruler, Oba Oluwaseyi Adediran, to promote peace, progress, and sustainable developments in the community. Ayodeji Tomori Oluwumi reports.
It is an atmosphere of excitement and cultural splendor in Akiale as Olale Kongbenga Osho and Mudupe Osho were formally installed to serve the community in various capacities. The Towulade of Akiale, Oba Oluwaseyi Adediran, explains that the appointments are based on the integrity, antecedents, and contributions of the chiefs to the growth and development of the town.
Was a young man that's highly dedicated and focused. It's not, you don't distract him easily. You don't distract him easily. So the kind of focus he has when we are growing, we are confident that the future is going to be bright for him. And now you see, and it's a lesson for the younger ones growing. People should be able to be focused and be direct to know what they want to be.
The Are Bobagunwa of Akiale, Chief Olale Kongbenga Osho, as well as his atrob, Yeye Mudupe Osho, pledged their loyalty and commitment to the throne, promising to collaborate with Oba Adediran to attract meaningful projects that will improve the welfare of the people.
Giving this first title is not just all about a kind of a position that you're just going to misuse. It's a position that you need to use wisely. Make sure you are able to use whatever power that God has given you for the upliftment of this environment.
If the God tarries, me and my husband, we promise to improve, we promise to support the development in education, medically, and morally. May God help us.
Earlier, a medical outreach by Olalekan Gbenga Osho Initiative Foundation was held for the people of Ota at Olota's Palace. The gesture was described as one of several impactful interventions by the foundation, noting that it has brought relief and support in different forms.
I would say they should always check their health, check their blood pressure, their blood sugar, go for exercise, healthy living, eat well, rest well.
Even to buy fancy now is hard. To feed, how much more to go hospital? Many people are dying because there's no money. When you go hospital, only cards, they can't afford the money.
But having it here free is really a good thing for me because I will not have to spend the amount of money I have to spend while going to the hospital.
The medical outreach is one of the many programs by Chief Osho to mark his 50th birthday anniversary. Ayodeji Tomori Olumi.
The 2026 Synod of the Anglican Communion Diocese of Egba has come to a close with a Thanksgiving service. This year's Synod, the 17th edition, was held at St. Jude's Church, Ikija, Iberekudu, alongside activities marking the 50th anniversary of the creation of the Egba Diocese. Taiwo Fabajo reports.
Synod is a gathering of the Anglican family to review the past, plan for the future, and set spiritual direction. It is also a period for taking decisions on church growth, national issues, welfare, and evangelism. The 3-day event with the theme Sounding the Shofar, the Call of Jubilee, future Bible studies, plenary sessions, and presentation of reports, among other activities. In his sermon, the Right Reverend Johnson Atere, former Bishop of the Diocese of Awori, described Jubilee as a prophetic declaration. He urged Christians not to be weary, noting that their season of Jubilee is being restored.
We are encouraging our members, we are encouraging the citizens of Nigeria that as long as they key into God, they believe in God, their season of Jubilee has arrived. They should expect a round in their life. Those who are hungry now, God is going to feed them. Those who are poor, God is going to make them rich. We want to change them around. They should be prepared.
Church leaders also described the Synod as a time to reflect and commit to God's work.
The message this year is that there is freedom. There is a Savior and there is freedom. So we hope that this year we can all capture the power of salvation in Jesus Christ.
It teaches us that we should look back, see where we started, and see how far we have gone and how much more we can do in bringing Christianity to power in Nigeria.
The Bishop of Egba Diocese, the Right Reverend Emmanuel Adekunle, urged Christians to see the Synod and 50th anniversary celebration as a time to forgive and extend help to those in need.
They emulate in their practice among themselves. You can't hold anybody to ransom. You can't say, "Oh, just hurt me, I won't forgive him." This is year of forgiveness, year of pardon, year of releasing people. Even those who are owing you, you have to forgive them, let them go. If the church has been pardoned, even you are worshiping that church, you also go and pardon people. And yeah, this year to take care of the needy, those are vulnerable. You have to reach out to them, bring them out and bless them. So individually, look at people around you that are in need and meet their needs.
Highlight of the 2026 Synod included the dedication of a new mini-mart by the St. Jude Women's Organization, Synod Thanksgiving by the over 30 Archdeaconry in Egba Diocese, medical screening, song renditions, and prayer for the president, governors, and the nation. Taiwo Fabajo, OGTV News.
Yes, some people want it to happen, some wish it would happen, others make it happen. It's a wrap on News at 2. Many thanks for watching. Bye for now.